Okay, good. I did remember it. Oh, okay, we're here. We're here now. Um, let's see if I remember to install Chaos Code on this computer, actually, because there's a very good chance that I forgot. Because I do that a lot. I'm like, I'm going to play this thing, followed by I didn't install this thing, followed by cry. Music is still loud. Yeah, kind of bother turning it. Anyway, that should be fine now. Alright. But hi, Stubby. Hi, Cat Wizard. Hi, everybody. Let me go check this out. Okay, no, I did have it installed already, because I do that. But yeah, it looks like Chaos Code is installed, so y'all will get to learn more about one of my favorite niche fighting games that recently had location tests for the new version that is probably not going to get a console or non-arcade release anytime before 2030 if we're lucky, because this is just kind of the fate of being someone who likes Chaos Code. Um, but yeah, I don't think we will get. I could go looking for games online, but I will probably get like none, probably, because usually you have to like ping up and ring up people for that. Um, is 2030 an exaggeration of getting peak niche? It's mostly It's mostly just that I forgot to use the restroom beforehand, so let me get up and go use the restroom real quick, and then I'm gonna explain. It will also give me an opportunity to actually pick up my arcade stick. Be right back. But yeah, the reason why I say that about Chaos Code is mostly that because the parent company, like the developing team, FK Digital, is very, very, very small time. So it's one of those things where like getting certs for console releases and Steam releases and things like that, right? Uh, um, that takes a lot of money and effort that they have a hard time affording. So it's one of those things where I crack a joke about 2030, but like, given the way that the previous releases went, that seems fairly accurate. Though I did look at the preview videos for the new release that's happening, Nemesis Experiment. There are a lot of people both in Japanese and in English saying, hey, we'd really appreciate it if you don't make this an arcade exclusive. Please bring it to consoles. Please bring it to consoles. Please, please, please bring it to consoles. There are Japanese comments that are saying, yeah, putting it in a game center is please don't do that. So we yeah, all I can do is shrug in response, kinda. Okay, let me pull up Chaos Code itself. But yeah, no, I like Chaos Code a lot. Ugh, I wish they hadn't put that game in front of me. But like, yeah, it takes a really long time for it to ever get like to ever get console releases because it's just they have a hard time. Arc System Works was their publisher last time, which may also explain part of it because like Arc System Works has a reputation for not looking after their third parties very well in certain aspects. Like Arc System Works will do well for its first party developers, but then the third party developers kind of get shat on. Has a reputation for that. Oh, it's just like this because it's windowed. Hold on. I was like, why is it doing this? It's like this window. Screen resolution. No, why is it still... That's weird. Hold on a second. Hang on, sorry y'all. I'm trying to figure out why this is... Okay. Give me 1 second here. Why can I also not select the actual... Okay. This is just Chaos Code being cursed, I guess. This is fine. Okay, Chaos Code is probably just cursed. Okay. I don't know why it's doing that, but that's where we're at, I guess. So, fuck it. This is where we're at. If I can figure out how to get this to stop being so weird. Yeah, sure, whatever. Alright, this is where we're at. But yeah, Arc System Works has had a reputation for not, like, really looking after its, third-party developers or the people that, like, agree to, like, be published under them, so it's like, yeah. So, Chaos Code. Why do I like Chaos Code? What's up with Chaos Code? Basically speaking, Chaos Code is... The way that I like to look at it is that it has a little bit of KOF in its DNA alongside a little bit of Guilty Gear in ways that are very interesting. One of the major things that happens to be different about Chaos Code is the fact that aside from a base move list, every character has 2 special moves and 2 super moves that are treated as additional factors you can choose. You pick basically up to 2 out of these 4. So depending on what you like to run and how you like to do things, right? You can make the decision of how many extra special or super moves you want to carry in. Again, of the 4 that you're given, you have to pick 2. But you can pick either 2 special moves, a special move, and a super move, or 2 super moves, whatever combination you really want, right? And then you also get to choose between, does your character do a running dash or a step? There's a slight difference between the 2 of them with certain other, like, metrics, but we're not getting too deep into that. I missed the beginning of that. Yes. Well, specifically, every character has a base set of special moves and super moves, and you get to pick. I'll go back to the character select and we'll do it again because it's easier for me to show it. It's easier for me to show it than to explain it without having it as an aid. So, by default, every character has a base set of special moves and super moves, as well as like a level 3 super move, right? You are allowed to pick, of the extra 4 that you were given here, you're allowed to pick another 2, basically. As well as whether or not your character does a running dash like in KOF, or like a dash step like in Street Fighter. So the two that are at the bottom are extra super moves. The two at the top are extra special moves, basically. Yeah, I know it is stubby. I literally tried fixing it like 3 times and I can't. I tried it. It's doing whatever it wants to do and I'm leaving it alone. I don't have control over this. I was trying to fix it already. It wouldn't fix itself and I can't move it. Chaos Code is just being Chaos Code and I'm not questioning it. We're here. I know I can't fix it. I tried. Right. So, the main reasons why I compared this game to King of Fighters is because it is a 4-button game. You have light punch, light kick, heavy punch, heavy kick, right? You grab by pressing both punch buttons. You have a roll that only goes forward. And you do have proximity rolls, so like far heavy punch and close heavy punch are different. The main thing is that when it comes to doing light attacks into each other, they're sort of like links, but surprisingly generous. However, you can directly chain light, heavy into command normal. You do have a stun meter that builds up as that little red meter underneath your health bar. When it's all the way full, you get stunned, right? So it does take a little bit of getting used to get like the pace of this down. I also haven't played Rui in like a hot minute, so I am fucking up with her more so than I usually do. It's been a while since I've actually like... It's been a while since I've both played this game and played her specifically, so... Does the roll forward have any defensive properties? It works like KOF roll. You can get thrown out of it, but you dodge attacks while you're doing it. You dodge attacks while you're using it. So... And of course, you can do... So yeah, you can do light, heavy, command normal, special move, right? That all works pretty standardly. And of course, as you might expect... Hang on, I accidentally hit the Xbox button. There we go. As you can expect, you can also cancel special moves into super moves. Let's see here. The main thing to note is kind of like a sort of... Yeah, it's like a KOF roll. No, don't think of it like Soulsborne. It's KOF. It's KOF. The only difference between the roll in this game and the roll in KOF is that you can't roll backward. But it's like a roll in KOF. You get strike and blow while you're doing it. You can be grabbed and thrown. So, the main thing to note as far as like super cancels though, this is something that is kind of like unique. This is something that's very specific about. Hang on a second. Chaos gauge. We'll put this on full and turn off stun. The main thing to note though is that when you cancel from a special move into a super move, so if you just do, for example, you can do this without causing this to happen. If you cancel from a normal or a command normal into a super, it's only one super meter, right? It's only one super. However, if you do if you special cancel into a super move, it does cost an extra. It does cost an extra super meter. That is a thing to sort of like keep in mind. So that is the thing to kind of like keep in mind. It's quite the contrary. It's more that they are very explicit about the circumstance under which you get to do that. In order for me to demonstrate this, I have to switch characters because I can't do it with Rui because I haven't played Rui. It's been so long since I've played Rui that I probably can't actually do the bullshit correctly. For that, I gotta get my girl Loopiness in order for that to work. Hold on a second. Let me unsel. Fuck. Hang on, I gotta and do the unselect because I picked the wrong stuff for that. Alright, so practice mode. Yeah. The only way for me to demonstrate the bullshit and the reason why I love this game is for me to use Loopiness here. So let's see here. Swamp wall thing. Yeah, no, I don't remember Raijin loops, so I can't do this correctly. We'll take Walkling and Koshi, because that is a pretty good set. Whatever. We don't care. Luminous stage. So you'll see why I responded to that particular question the way that I did in a minute, Cat Wizard. So basically, let's see here. Yeah, I'm getting feeling back. I'll explain what this is in a minute, but I want to demonstrate it first, and then I'll go back and explain it. We want exceed right there. So. Okay. Yeah, I'm remembering now. Sorry, I just need like half a second to like actually remember the way that this works. So I haven't done this in a while. So we want. Yeah, and then you do the roll input and that, and then the roll input. I think I remember it. I almost have it. I'm just gonna do the most like basic ass version of an AC loop because it's been a while since I've done this, so I don't quite remember. Yeah, I could almost cook the really nasty stuff. I almost remember it. I almost remember the nasty shit. I can't quite do it yet. Almost. So, welcome to the Humble Exceed. So basically speaking, if you have, I think you flat out need like 3 super meter stocks for Exceed. That was like 3 in a row. So you have to have full super meter stocks in order, like all 3, in order to be able to do Exceed. Which, while Exceed is going, very similar to the KOF Max mode, you are allowed unlimited use of super moves. It's just that each use of it will take more time out of the timer. And independent of that, this is important. I'm going to show you all this because it's important. This matters. Independent even of having that, right? Let me see here. You can spend during any super, whether you're in Exceed mode or not. If you put in the roll input, I think it's called like a chaos shift. You basically spend another super meter, cancel out the super move that you were doing, and can do some other thing, right? So, for example, yeah, so like as long as if you have 2 super meters, you can do a super move, cancel it, and then continue the combo afterward, right? So the game does not discourage long 2-touch kill type combos in as much as like the only way that you get them is if you get to pop off with an Exceed. And it's one of those things where, yes, basically speaking, you can spend meter to roll cancel supers into more supers. Yes. And an Exceed mode that basically lasts for as long as you have, as long as you've got super meter, as long as you have time remaining on your Exceed meter. So you kind of just like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you literally just kind of get a chance to just pop off and murder the fuck out of people. How does one obtain this game? Chaos Code New Sign of Catastrophe is currently on Steam right now for extremely dirt cheap. The latest version of the game that is going to be words are hard. Chaos Code New Sign of Catastrophe is currently on Steam right now for probably really dirt cheap. It does not have rollback netplay. It has netplay, it's just not rollback, which means that the connection that you get with people who are on and playing it is going to depend very strongly on your region. Right? So yeah, New Sign of Catastrophe is basically the only version that we currently can play. The next release of this game, hilariously enough, is called Chaos Code Next. Next standing for Nemesis Experiment. So it used to stand for Next Episode of Extreme Tempest, but they changed that. Basically what happened with Chaos Code is that at some point after New Sign of Catastrophe was released, so basically FK Digital, which is the team that's developing it, was initially established by a pair of brothers, Michael and Mickey Lin, right? One of the brothers unfortunately passed away some years ago, and that wound up kind of putting a big stop to a lot of the work that was happening with the next version of Chaos Code. Because, understandably, right? Like, you lose your brother who was sitting here working on this game with you. y'all were having the time of your lives, right? And you lose him. Yeah, like I get that, right? Sometimes you don't have the heart after that, right? So the main thing is that Chaos Code Next is, I know that it is currently or recently had location test in Japan, but right now Chaos Code Next is only slated for release on the Exa Arcadia system this summer in Japan specifically. So, and I believe that Exa Arcadia machines are either very rare or basically non-existent outside of Japan. I don't remember for sure. It takes like a fair amount of work to get one to begin with. So basically the only way that people who don't live in Japan are going to play this game is you either visit there or we wait for a console/Steam release. And like I said, it can be expensive to get that done. So there is no telling when FK Digital will be able to have the funds or the resources to there is no way to tell when FK Digital will have the funds or the resources to port it off of the arcades. If at all. Right? They may not be able to swing it. We have to kind of see how it goes. It has been oftentimes literal years of wait between it has oftentimes been literal years between home releases for Chaos Code. That's a surprise. I was not expecting a room to be up at all. Not only that, I have an actually good connection. We'll see. So, it's 5 rounds. So, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. Because it could also be that I forget if you can make private rooms in this game or not, so they may not have been expecting me to show up. And that's fair. So if the room either gets disbanded because I showed up or something else happened, then that's also fair. I'm also extremely rusty, so there's a very good chance that whoever is playing, I'm going to get fucking cooked. But yeah, stuff like this is why, generally speaking, whenever people go like, yeah, fighting games are like, oh yeah, this game is dead because, you know, people aren't out here playing ranked or whatever. It's like, that's not the end-all be-all of these sorts of things anyway, right? You never know. And it's incredibly reductive to sort of just assume that, like, yeah, a game, like, let me phrase it like this. It is important for a game to have a population of players that are playing. It's true, right? And if you are playing a game that not a lot of people play, this does mean that there is a pretty good chance that you could walk in to a situation where you get your shit pushed in. Because the people that have been playing for a while and they've been playing against like the same people. This is why, for example, it can be very intimidating to try to play Accent Core Plus R as an example. So here's the interesting thing, right? The thing about playing older or very niche games is that with older games especially, you have the flip side of nothing new is going to easily come up in that game. Most people who have been playing it will have probably plumbed it for as much new shit as there is, which means that you as a player can focus more on learning the things that are known and getting an understanding of that without you having to worry about, oh, a balance patch is going to change the way that this works, right? And that can be helpful. But the flip side to that is the unfortunate side effect of, oh, right, well, if I, by some chance, do get games, I could be getting games against people who have played this game for like a decade, right? And I will get absolutely shit stomped. And you have to be okay with that, right? You have to make your peace with the possibility that in doing this, you are going to get your back kicked in, right? And that can be the flip side of like playing much older like fighting games, for example. Like playing Super Turbo. Okay, I'm gonna phrase this very carefully. I personally do not like Super Turbo, but that's not because I think that Super Turbo is a bad game. Nor do I think that the fact that Super Turbo is old is particularly something that works against it. It's just that Super Turbo is very Super Turbo. That's the simplest way to put it. And there are ways about the way Super Turbo operates that I don't necessarily think are bad, but that I'm just like, I can't hang. And a lot of it is how willing you are to put yourself up against like the grinder of institutional knowledge in older fighting games, right? And for me, for Super Turbo, I can't handle it. I cannot handle it. I admit that completely. I can't. Because there are matchups in Super Turbo that are really, really fucked up. A lot of people tend to make a lot of noise, a lot of hay about like, oh yeah, right? Like, if a matchup is worse than like a 7-3, the game is like if you have about matchups that are like worse than like 7-3 or whatever, the game's like 6-4 or whatever, the game is unbalanced. And it's like doesn't work that way necessarily. But Super Turbo has a lot of matches that are very much if the other person has a good grasp on their character and you are playing this specific character, the answer is either counterpick or hope to God that they fuck up. And that's really just what it is. And while I don't necessarily enjoy that in fighting games, that does not mean that that's entirely invalid either, right? But that's the thing I can just be like, I don't vibe. It's not my life. I'm not here. And that's why I don't play Super Turbo. As much as I love Third Strike is like, it sort of has a similar problem, but for different reasons. Chun-Li is just really, really good. So somebody who understands enough about how Third Strike works that picks like Chun-Li or Ken or Yun is going to make your life miserable. It doesn't mean that you can't like win with other characters, that other characters are like that bad by comparison. But there's a lot of like institutional knowledge to understand for Third Strike. Not that Street Fighter 6 doesn't have that, but Street Fighter 6 also in some aspects has a lot more like big swing energy, which makes it a little bit easier for you to snatch the run back with a little bit less caution, a little, not that much more. Because then you still have to be careful with Street Fighter 6, like you can't kind of just do big swing whenever you feel like it necessarily. You do have to be careful still. Yeah. Street Fighter 6 also didn't have 25 years of built-up experience in the fighting game community. Yeah, it's like a kind of sort of thing, right? Where it's like because also the game is still actively, right, getting changes and things like that. It hasn't gotten a chance to like kind of calcify, and I don't mean that in like a bad way. When I say calcify, I don't mean in the context of, oh, Street Fighter 5 is a worse game because now it's not getting any updates, which means it's bad. Like, no, that's not true necessarily. There are things about Street Fighter 5's design philosophy that, in retrospect, I'm like, I don't enjoy as much now. We played a lot more of Street Fighter 6. and I can say that honestly, but it doesn't necessarily mean that Street Fighter V is a bad game. I think ultimately where Street Fighter V stopped. Like, if you go pay Arcade Edition right now, I think that's a perfectly competent version of Street Fighter V to play, right? The main things with Street Fighter V that I feel like kind of like tighten it up in ways that are just like, what's that? This is the thing I mostly said. The thing about Street Fighter 6 that, and I said this on co-host way back before co-host locked down, the thing about Street Fighter 6 that I wound up enjoying a lot, and that I still like a lot about it even and still right now, is that they let movesets breathe a little bit more again. The thing about Street Fighter 5, right, is that they were so intent on keeping things, how do I put it? A lot of characters in Street Fighter V lost moves that had been parts of their moveset normally in exchange for them becoming V skills or V triggers, and some of that became very limiting in the sense that it's like, right, so the only way that you get access to, for example, a lot of Cutting's very iconic Rekka chains and stuff like that, you had to go into V trigger for that. And if you wanted to get a V trigger, that's right, you have to like do a lot of, you have to take a bunch of damage and or use your V skill a lot, right? And so the main thing with Street Fighter V that from a general perspective I disagreed with was that they put a lot of weight into making V skills and specifically V triggers. The way that it's been described by people who played a lot of it was that it feels like you have half a character until you pop a V trigger for certain characters, and then it's like, yeah, it's like, that feeling doesn't quite sit right? And so Street Fighter 6 put a lot more power back into characters like base toolkits in ways that Street Fighter 5 didn't have. I wanted to wait this one out, but they're taking like a long time. We'll see if anybody shows up, but probably not. I hate it when developers make you choose between wheels or steering in a new iteration of something that they have done before. Yeah. It can be a little rough. And that's why, for me, it was one of those things where I was just like, yeah, like, they sort of began to figure their way out around it near the end of Street Fighter V, but like, you know. They never 100% made it. Akira was very fun, but like, I around in training mode a little bit more and try to like remember how to play some loopiness, and then if we don't get anything then it's okay, and then I'll switch over to Street Fighter. Hate it when developers make you choose between wheels and steering in a new iteration of something they've done before. Yeah. To do action loops a little. So let's see here. Do both those at the same time. Yeah, I forgot you can't do both those at the same time. But yeah, the reason why I like loopiness, sort of like about her a little bit more, is that as a character, right, in terms of the stuff that she does, her normals are a little bit close, slower at close range than they are at like mid-range. She doesn't have projectiles, but she does have a really obnoxious like Okizeme super with her Claymore. Wall Cling has like her Wall Cling special has like 5 different options you can do out of it. You do that, and Raijin, and that, Raijin. Yeah, the main reason why... So here's the important thing to also consider. The reason why, especially loops or exceeds do so much damage in Chaos Code. The reason why loops do so much damage in Chaos Code is that when you are super canceling out of a special move, it does cause some degree of unscaling, which is part of why, like, it does so much damage. It's very much intentional. And then like I basically like loop Raijin like 2 more times, and then I could probably, let's see here. Let me see if I actually remember this bullshit. Yeah, I almost have it. Even better, I think I have a better way of doing that loop even. So, Loopiness has this move, right? And at first, it doesn't really do anything. And so at first you may think, oh, it's useless, right? It acts as a sort of feint, right? Which helps cut down the recovery of certain normals and stuff like that. Okay, hold on. However, it also counts as a special for the purposes of unscaling. So the reason why it becomes useful I did that too early. So the trick is that the reason why I'm trying to like remember how to do this correctly right, you can do that. If you're trying to like cap out for damage, you can basically just keep doing that into Raijin, that into Raijin, that into Raijin, and it will work. And at that point, I do like this. Right? And then that's how you do like Raijin loops, right? And the thing about Raijin in particular is that unlike Loopiness's other EX Super, so Koshi, which is the one I was using before, where like you jump up snag somebody, and like what's the word I'm looking for? The main thing with Koshi is that while it's a really good while Koshi is really good as like an anti-air super, it's one of those things where Raijin has invul on the ground, which means that you can like pop people in the jaw a lot easier. Alright, I was hoping that we'd be able to get one game, but like, basically speaking, I know that there are people who still play Chaos Code, and people who are still hoping that we do get a timely release of Nemesis Experiment. I hope so too, but I'm not putting any stock on it anytime soon. I would like it. I'd be very happy if it happened, but I'm also entirely aware of the fact that in some aspects, and I completely admit that. I will be the first person to admit that some of it, on my a large part of it on my part, is some of it is cope. Some of it is very much cope. Um, okay, let me see if I can try to fix this one more time. Oh, it's because that's why I'm such a doofus. It's because I had the window that was on top of it locked. I was like, why can't I change this? Like, because you locked the window that it belongs to. Silly. But no, there are still people out there that play Chaos Code. Tournaments still happen like offline and stuff like that, especially in like the United States. It's just that very, very small community. Though, since we are talking about you know, I guess they're just doing the polite thing, all things considered. The City of the Wolves launch gets you EX colors for Terry and Mai. So I guess that's pretty nice. Like, despite my very complicated feelings about City of the Wolves and the fact that like I'm just very much in a headspace of like the shit is kind of ruined for me forever. I can't say that I'm upset about getting free stuff. Also, it looks like there's a bunch of CVS2 freebies that got distributed at some point, probably with the Capcom Fighting Collection. So, you know, okay. I'll take those. Yeah, this is all like Capcom Fighting Collection stuff. So, I'll take it. I'm not upset about that.
Getting cold feet?
Stay down.
Here comes a new challenger.
So speaking, well, I'll wait for Street Fighter 6. I'll wait for more talk about specifically the thing I wanted to talk about with Street Fighter 6 once everybody's back from ad hell. There's some people I know that are like in ad hell right now. It. I should be cooked here. Oh no! Damn it! The wrong thing came out. Unfortunate. Yeah, too close. Yeah, good. Yeah.
Stay down.
I'll take that. I got cooked. I'm gonna be real. I am extremely excited because they gave us an Elena gameplay trailer yesterday, and my girl is looking resplendent. She has something that looks like a projectile dodging roll. I'm gonna eat shit for that. But
Stay down.
yeah, I'm gonna get hit by that. Before I tried to jump, I was gonna get hit by that. Okay, hang on, let me lock in a little. See if I can figure out what this person's doing.
Stay down. Distracted mind. Stay down.
Yep.
Final round! Triumph or die!
Stay out. My turn. Stay down. It's past your bedtime. My turn. Hi.
Nope. Yeah, I'm cooked. Yeah, I'm wondering if they chose to remove one or two of Elena's moves for what looks like a command dash of sorts, right? I don't know for sure. This is me speculating. Because we didn't see anything like we saw a scratch wheel, we saw a ride and horn, but Link's tail isn't there. Mallet Smash still is, but
Alright, you ready?
it looks like she may have gotten at least one or two more extra target combos she didn't have before in like Street Fighter 3 or 4, which is also nice.
Where you going? I'm too good. Get ready, fighters. Triumph or die.
Uh, yeah, I'm not putting my buttons in the right spots at all today. That's annoying. Yeah, I should be cooked.
Too slow. Long guy.
Yeah, that's my fault. I'm not putting my buttons in very good spots tonight. And that's not helping.
It's showtime. Face it straight. Turn left. Turn left. Where you going? Take this. Too slow.
Ugh.
Punch time. Go to sleep. KO. Get ready, fighters.
Alright, time to go to work. I'm cooked.
Too slow. Come on, guy. Come back.
Been looking at the Chaos Code, Mizumi Wiki, and Hermes and Kagati was like, yeah. Of those two, Hermes maybe slightly. Hermes is a little more technical, but at least there's a specific bug with one of there's a specific bug with one of Kagari's supers that causes crashes on netplay, I think. Like the poison one. But yeah, between the two of them, Hermes might be slightly more your speed only because she has more funny ghost friends. Even though that means that she does have to like work a little bit more at asserting certain things.
Stay down.
Get ready, fighters.
Yeah, I would say Hermes only because like if you really want to lean more into like the I am keeping them out with like annoying stuff, Hermes is a little closer to what you want. A lot more like focused around using the minions to like help her control space and chat people. She can do that with her fireballs, but mostly a lot of the time with her. No, I was wrong. Just get I'm not dead. But okay.
Such a lovely face. We're just getting started.
Yeah, I'm good. Space, yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. But like, I would also say that, at least from what I remember, she doesn't necessarily have like the 2 MK necessarily, and she has also a little more mobility usually than most Shotos do, a little more. But I could see that measured. I could see that description being accurate too.
Judy wins.
Yeah, honestly, if that's what the wiki says, then the wiki's probably more correct than I also didn't ever play Chaos Code at like an extremely high level, so I would trust that read more than anything I say. Also, and or like when you get to play it yourself. Yeah, most people take air shuriken with her. Yeah.
Watch your head. An opening. As predicted.
KO. Get ready, fighters. Triumph or die.
Yeah, that much I can say with confidence. A lot of people with Kagati will take air shuriken. And that's why having standing overhead like that is Hey, guys.
Final round! Triumph or die!
That to drive disadvantage, get some back for their part.
Good, didn't it? What a waste of time. No way!
KO!
Yeah, huh. Yeah, no, I'm sloppy today. Yeah, I'm sloppy today.
Another fight is coming your way.
Show me what you have. I am the prize of the Shinanui.
It's showtime! Face it straight!
So we're swinging. Okay. I thought you figured out though. You really thought that you were gonna come in and like start swinging at me and get me that way, and I respect that. I do, but like you gotta slow down a little bit. You need to do that. I get it. So this person is basically just banking on the fact that like if they go ape shit, they'll overwhelm me. And I respect it. But this is not my first time doing this. Good throw. We talked about this as a strategy before, right? Y'all? Where it's like people will do this a lot. We talked about this before, right? Where it's like, if this is your game plan, then you're just gonna be like, I'm gonna go like this. It's like you have to be very in control of how it is that you intend to push it now, and this person is not. Not completely. They're too willing to like push too hard in certain aspects, and it's really easy to just kind of like now that I've forced them to slow down a little bit, now they're beginning to cook a little bit more respectfully, but not so much. This is somebody who wants to be ungovernable, but they don't quite have the chops for it. Yeah, that's fair. No. I didn't push hard enough. So basically this is the main thing. When they overextend, I murder them. When they don't, I have a slightly harder time. Stop it! Stop it! I'm going to keep doing that. No. No!
You're good.
Get ready, fighters. Triumph or die.
My turn, huh? Yep. Up and opening. Look at that. 1, 2, 3.
Fuck off. And that's the thing, right? That's why I was like, when they overextend, I win because they're too careless. This is not somebody who does not know how to play. This is somebody who hasn't learned when to pump the brakes a little bit. They rely a little bit too much on jump-ins and like getting stuff like together, right?
Here comes a new challenger.
We're seeing you on the scene. I am the
It's showtime. Face it straight.
See? Good throw. Good throw. Ooh, yeah, they were right over it.
Get ready, fighters.
I forgot to category up for chaos code. Fuck. might die, but we'll see.
Kimberly wins! It's showtime! Face it straight!
Ooh. Ow! Damn it. I wasn't close enough to land. Otherwise, I would have thrown that.
Watch your head.
Get ready, fighters! Triumph or die!
Floating like a butterfly, singing like a bee.
KO! My wins! It's showtime! Face it straight!
Stay down. Stay down.
Very good.
Stay down.
KO! Get ready, fighters! Triumph or die!
Good empty zone. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Not choosing to bust out a safe 3.
Final round! Triumph or die!
Yeah, that was too risky. That was too risky. That was too risky. I was sweating a little too hard. I was sweating incredibly
Here
hard.
comes a new challenger.
I
You
fucking-
must crush them.
Fight with all your heart! I am the pride of the Shiranui!
It's showtime. Face it straight.
Stand still! Yeah! As predicted!
Yep, mine's the time.
KO. Get ready, fighters. Triumph or die.
There you go. He started doing the thing. So yeah, the thing about uncharged Gladius is that if you, not that it's tough to use, but you have to, if you're not enforcing respect with charged Gladius as well, it creates a situation people will just like feel free to like drive impact you through it, and that's not what you want in a lot of situations.
Stay down.
My win.
I could have probably done a dive impact and forced it up against the wall at some point. I want to get hit with like level 3 or something and eat a ton of shit for trying.
Stay down.
KO. Get ready, fighters. Triumph or die.
And that was probably like absurdly plus. If that hit meaty and had drive rush frames under it, that would have been nasty work. Why mine's so scary?
Triumph or die.
Ooh. Not gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. It's not gonna kill. But the main point that they were doing with that was like to drive imbalance. And also the corner carry. The corner carry doesn't hurt.
Stay down.
Yeah, they were, and that's why like you can't do that trick more than once, more than most of the time. Neck bone.
Mine wins.
Hang on. Sounds like a knock. Give me one second. It was a knock, it wasn't a knock. Yeah. Maris is scary. Mostly because, like, while she doesn't move very quickly and stuff like that, she puts pressure on your drive gauge like you wouldn't believe, and will entirely just ruin your shit if she feels like it.
It's showtime. Face it straight.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna work twice. That's my fault. Didn't get matching jab. He did. Yes. Ooh, they tried it. So the thing about Guile is that normally, like, trying to jump over him, over his projectiles, is risky. Like jumping over his projectiles to try to like get over him is risky in the same way that it is for like Ryu. Like if Ryu throws Hadouken at the right distance and you try to jump over it, you get fucking you get your shit rattled for trying. But the main thing is that like I don't really have to rush though. Unless that reuse me because I'm so bad at anti-air slow. I mean, it takes practice. Anti-airing is really hard. So, that's fair. But yeah, basically, also Guile's Sonic Boom. In most Street Fighter games, Sonic Boom recovers very quickly. So, especially if Guile's at the right distance. But yeah, the general rule of thumb is that if you ever see Guile just like crouching like that and just waiting, don't jump. Just don't. You'll get hit by a flash kick, and you kind of just have to just eat shit. If Guile is moving, however, right, he can't flash kick you as easily. Like. That's critical hard.
Summer!
Ooh!
That's how it's done. Guile wins.
It's showtime! Face it straight!
Nope.
Rookie mistake.
BRB gonna go smoke. Yep. Flash kick.
Get ready, fighters! Triumph or die!
And over.
KO! Final round! Triumph or die!
Yep. Ooh. Yeah, it would have been a flash kick. I would have gotten fucking cooked.
Stay down.
Fuck! Yeah, I got caught.
Guile wins. Here comes a new challenger.
It's showtime! Face it straight!
Okay.
Stay down.
showtime! Face it straight!
So it'll be so sad unless I manage to draw this out until she comes back. So sad in the sense that like she missed and things happening. Stop doing that.
Get ready, fighters! Triumph or die!
Stay down. My turn.
Yeah. It's those charged explosive flickers that are going to be a problem. Yeah. Yeah, I got cooked. I gotta hold that. Let me see when that's where. So I don't get flat-footed by this again. Okay. Top of the hour. Oh, hey, it's the same guy I fought before.
It's showtime! Face it straight!
Stay down.
KO! Get ready, fighters!
Yeah.
Triumph or die!
Notch kick. Lead. Dash kick. So the thing about Sonic Blade is that
Final round. Triumph.
as big as it looks, you can, if you're careful about how close you are when you attempt to hit under it, you can kick under it as opposed to trying to go over it. Because God wants you to go over it so that you'll get caught by Flash Kick, right? I deserve that. Could have just done. It's confirmed it did super. I choked. I choked. That's so annoying. I choked. That's why God wants you to jump over Sonic Blade.
Get ready, fighters. Triumph or die.
Stay down.
Trying to push people over there. Hurricane. Yep. Yep. And again, like that's when you get fucking clapped.
Here comes a new challenger.
It's showtime. Face it straight.
The other thing about Charged Gladius is that even when Marisa is in burnout, basically, like Charged Gladius existing means that even when Marisa is in burnout, she has an option for getting drive impacted. Granted, this is also true of other characters, but hers is meterless, right? Like, if you want to bust through a drive impact and you're burned out, you have to use a super. That's pretty much the only way that you avoid getting your cheeks clapped.
Floating like a butterfly, singing like a bee.
KO. showtime! Face it straight!
Thanks, Debbie.
Stay down.
Oops.
Get ready, fighters!
Yeah, it's my fault. I pressed the button and so subsequently I got my shit pushed in.
Stay down. Gotcha.
Final round! Triumph or die!
Now you know history.
Yeah, there.
Marisa wins.
It's showtime! Face it straight! new warrior has entered the ring!
Show me what you have.
It's showtime! Face it straight!
Stay down.
KO! Get ready, fighters! Triumph or die!
Yeah, they should have gone for the EX show you there. It probably would have killed me. Probably.
Triumph
But
or die!
Watch your hands. Stay down.
My win! It's showtime! Face it straight!
Stay down.
KO! Get ready, fighters! Triumph or die!
Stay down.
My win!
thank you. I'll do one more.
Here comes a
It was funny because that Akuma and I, a couple moments mid-match where it's just like, alright, okay, alright, okay, alright, okay.
It's showtime. Face it straight.
Yeah, that's fair. Nope.
not good enough.
Couldn't have done that. They got a little impatient. Trying to drive impact against Ryu doing fireballs is also usually not a good idea. Because his fireballs usually recover fast enough that he will, in fact, just punch you in the shit afterward. I might have done donkey kick there personally if it would have come out, but this will still kill.
Ryu wins.
But that's me. It's mostly because, like, if you do Shoryuken into Shin Shoryuken, it does get a damage reduction. I think. I forget specifically what they were doing to try to make it so that, like, it's not like, well, you do, like, anti-air Shoryuken into Shin Shoryuken and erase somebody's life bar. And it backed up. I shouldn't have backed up at that point. Instead of kept pushing a little. Complicated too patient. Yeah, that's my fault. I got impatient. I got sloppy. Scout you. Oh. Oof. Nope. Cooked.
Ryu wins.
Alright. Well, I gotta hold that. Alrighty. That's about as good a place as any to stop, I think. So, thank y'all for obliging me with Chaos Code. I appreciate it. Appreciate y'all coming by. I'm trying to make sure that I don't like go too far over on Fridays, especially because like there are some times on a Friday where it's like I need a little time in the evening to make sure I cool off. So I try to make sure that I'm not like pushing too hard. Yeah. Like iBot says, if you want to know more about like the games that I make and stuff, go over to immunity.games. Thank you, Cal. I appreciate it. Patreon, free and paid tier are both there. You can support us that way. And then if you want to play a demo of Shoot Lancer, it's up and over there. Aside from that, if you want to hang out with us when we're not doing stream stuff, that's not the right link for that. Run that. If you want to check out my thoughts about video games, I post on my New Cities blog sometimes. I have stream VODs up of all the streams that we've done previously. Most of them anyway. Some of them are lost to time. Ko-Fi, you can support me in the stream without giving money to Amazon if that's really something you want to avoid. Throne, anonymous gift giving for the stream. And then my card has all my other social media links, but in particular, Blue Sky is mostly where I'm active. If you want to hang out with us when we're not streaming, Guilded is the place for that. You do have to make a Roblox account. If you don't want to do that, I completely understand. Don't feel pressured to do that. Yeah, always an option. Stream schedule. This upcoming Sunday is more Pokemon Crystal. We have maybe 1 or 2 more gym leaders to fight before we then unlock round silver. I don't know if we will legitimately be able to be ready for red without me having to do a bunch of Billy Mitchelling, which is to say cheating. Just because trying to grind enough to be ready for red, that's yeah, it's a little rough. Trying to get strong enough to do that legitimately is a lot of work. So, all that said, let's go figure out where we're gonna go hang out. Let me go see. I'm pretty sure. Alright, I need to make a John Cena sound. I should look at my to-do list for stream and server to do because I haven't done that, and I really should. I've been putting it off. Okay. I don't remember who we went to go see on the 23rd. Ilias. Or 5. Okay. Let's see who's online. See who's on. Okay. Yeah, a lot of the people that I would normally go to fighting games for are playing the fighting game that I do not approve of, so we're gonna skip those. We're gonna go hang out with the President Noir. President Noir. Oh, yeah, President Noir is doing the Capcom Fighting Collection 2, I think, because I see Power Stone on here. So yeah, we're gonna go hang out with the President Noir. Prez is good people. Give him an FCH's raids when we get in there. Let him know who sent you. Use whatever emotes you like. They don't have to be on emotes. Just make sure they're stay safe. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. You go outside. All that other stuff. Black Lives Matter. Trans rights, human rights. Reproductive rights, human rights. We should be excellent to each other, but not the bigots, racist, turfs, anti-queer folks, or fascists. That's pretty much all I got. Palestine must be free. The Sudan, the Congo, New Caledonia must all be free. None of us will be free at the wall. So thank y'all for coming by. People appreciate it. I'll see you when I see you, whenever that is. Take care, you hear? Deuces.